Hello friends, today I am here with heat part 1 of 7th standard. Here we are going to discuss about heat, hot and cold, temperature, measuring temperature, clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. So let us start the session. First it is about heat. Heat is a form of energy that always transfer from hotter region to colder region. And up to when it will be transferring? Until the temperature of both the region becomes same. So heat is a form of energy that always transfer from hotter to colder region until the temperature of both the region, that is hotter region and colder region, become same, become equal. Now let us discuss about hot and cold. You might have observed in your daily life that there are number of objects, and out of those objects some are hot and some are cold. For example, tea is hot, ice is cold. But some objects are hotter than other objects and some objects are colder than other objects. So we often decide which object is hotter than other object by touching the object. But we cannot always rely on our sense of touch to decide how hot or how cold that object is. So, the hotness of an object is measured by its temperature. The degree of hotness of an object is called temperature. And how this temperature is measured? This temperature is measured by a device, and the name of the device is thermometer. Generally, there are two types of thermometer. One is clinical, another is laboratory thermometer. Here we are going to discuss both the thermometer in detail. You can see here clinical thermometer. One is mercury, called as mercury thermometer, another is called as digital thermometer. Though in both the cases mercury is present, mercury bulb is present. One small bulb is present at the one end of the thermometer in which mercury is kept. But this is called as, second one is called as digital thermometer. Why? Because here you can see digitally the temperature is shown. And in mercury thermometer we have to see the reading. What is the temperature? So this is the difference between, but both are used to measure our body temperature. Now measuring temperature by clinical thermometer. So the thermometer which is used to measure our body temperature is called as clinical thermometer. And this clinical thermometer has a long narrow glass tube. And this tube has a bulb at one end that contains mercury. And also it has a scale called as Celsius scale, marked in degrees Celsius. A clinical thermometer reads temperature from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius, meaning thereby is that the minimum temperature which can be measured by clinical thermometer is 35 degree and maximum temperature which can be measured by clinical thermometer is 42 degree. Beyond this temperature 42 degree or less than 35 degree, we can't measure the temperature by clinical thermometer. And this clinical thermometer also has a small kink near the bulb. Kink means there is a constriction. So why this constriction is present near the bulb? This constriction or this kink prevent the mercury level from falling down. Our normal body temperature is 37 degree. You can see here the clinical thermometer. Now reading a clinical thermometer. How we will see the temperature by using clinical thermometer. What we have to do? So let us see. Before using clinical thermometer, you should wash the thermometer with an antiseptic solution. Dettol is generally present in home. So you may wash thermometer with the help of Dettol, putting water in it. Then hold it firmly and give a few jerk. Why this few jerk is given? So that the mercury level fall below 35 degrees Celsius. Then what you will do? Place the bulb of the thermometer under your tongue. After 1 minute, you take out the thermometer and note down the reading. So that reading, where up to where the mercury that rises, that will gives your body temperature. Here it is shown that how you are using the thermometer. Now what are the precautions while using clinical thermometer? First, as I have already told you, that it should be washed before and after use, preferably with an antiseptic solution. And the level of the mercury should be below 35 degrees Celsius. So you have to check it. What is the level of the mercury? If it is more than 35 degree, then you have to give few jerk to make it below the level of 35 degree. Now always read the thermometer keeping the level of mercury along the line of sight. So you have to keep horizontal to your eye level. And the most important thing is always handle the thermometer with care. Why? Because it is made up of glass. Whenever it gets hot or heats against any some hard objects, then it may break. Do not hold the thermometer by the bulb while reading. You always hold the thermometer from the other end of the thermometer where the bulb is not present. Now let us see about the laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer has also long narrow glass tube. It has also bulb at the end of the mercury, end of that glass tube containing mercury, and it has also scale marked in degrees Celsius. So these 3 points are common in both clinical thermometer as well as laboratory thermometer. But the difference is range of temperature, up to what extent it is measured. So the range of laboratory thermometer is generally minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Means the minimum temperature which is measured by laboratory thermometer is minus 10 degrees Celsius, and by up to 110 degrees Celsius you can measure the temperature. So minimum temperature minus 10 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 110 degrees Celsius. Here you can see the laboratory thermometer. Temperature with laboratory thermometer. How you will measure? So suppose the laboratory thermometer is present. Then take some tap water in a beaker. Then dip the thermometer in water so that the bulb of the thermometer do not touch the bottom or the side of the beaker or container, whatever you are taking. Hold the thermometer vertically with the help of thread or with the help of certain objects, that it should be that the bulb should not touch the side as well as bottom of the container. After some time you will observe that mercury level rises. Wait 2 minutes till the level of the mercury become constant, steady. Now you can note the level of mercury. So this will give the temperature of water. Here you can see how the thermometer is kept in between the beaker containing water. So it is in between. It should not touch the level of the container or side of the container. So this is the way you can measure the temperature of hot or cold, whatever may be the object. Now what are the precautions while using laboratory thermometer? Always thermometer should be kept upright, not tilted, straight. Bulb should not touch the container. So it should be surrounded from all sides by the substance which has to be measured. It should not touch the surface of container, not touch bottom of the container, not should touch the side of the container. So, and also the thermometer should be handled carefully again because it is made up of glass. It may break. Thank you. For any kind of doubts, please write your question in comment section.